brushing my hand, the colors are mixing again. Grabbing a stick with my hand, I drop my guts. The world is just so what? Me up.
It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the 49ers and the Cards, and it comes your way next.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Try to lay one up deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off of play action, here's Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there for the Niners. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline,
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and the sack on the first play of this drive. That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the work. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. DeForest Buckner coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Here's a diving catch right side. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Throwing on first down is Lance. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. This one caught by Kittle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the 1st half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 2nd down now. It's Mitchell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the 1st half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the 1st half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and the Cardinal offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their...
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Now he's flushed out right. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Play action. Now it's Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And that's going to be incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Lance. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Gould with the extra point, and that'll make this a 4 game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
2nd and 4. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Mitchell. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now a play fake. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So the victory here for San Francisco, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road,